Hello everyone, welcome to Little Chapel of Faith. My name is Tina. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We have platforms on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. If you're on any of those or all of those, please like, subscribe, and share. We are here with the readings of the Diary of Saint Faustina. We are on page 422, number 1151, and do remember we do have a playlist on YouTube with the readings thus far, so if you want to check them out and catch up, you certainly can. When pain overwhelms my soul and the horizon darkens like night, and the heart is torn with the torment of suffering, Jesus crucified, you are my strength. When the soul, dimmed with pain, even itself exerts itself in battle without respite, and the heart is in agony and torment, Jesus crucified, you are the hope of my salvation. And so the days pass, and the soul bathes in a sea of bitterness, and the heart dissolves in tears. Jesus crucified, you shine for me like the dawn. And when the cup of bitterness brims over, and all things conspire against her, and the soul goes down to the Garden of Olives, Jesus crucified in you is my defense. When the soul, conscious of its innocence, accepts the dispensations from God, the heart can then repay hurts with love. Jesus crucified, transform my weakness into omnipotence. It is not easy it is no easy thing to bear sufferings joyfully, especially those which are unmerited. Fallen nature rebels, and although intellect and will are above suffering, because they are not able to do good to those who inflict suffering on them, nevertheless the emotions raise a lot of noise, and like restless spirits, attack the intellect and will. But when they see they cannot do anything by themselves, they quiet down and submit to the intellect and will. Like some kind of hideousness, they rush in and stir up a row, bent on making one obey them alone, so long as they are not curbed by the intellect and will. June 23rd, 1937. As I was praying before the Most Blessed Sacrament, my physical suffering ceased suddenly, and I heard the voice of my soul. You see, I can give you everything in one moment. I am not constrained by any law. June 24th. After Holy Communion, I heard these words. Know, my daughter, that in one moment I can give you everything that is needed for the fulfillment of this task. After these words, an extraordinary light remained in my soul, and all God's demands seemed to me to be so simple, and even a little child could carry them out. June 27th. Today, I saw the convent of the new congregation. It was a large and spacious building. I went from room to room, observing everything. I saw that God's providence had provided for all that was necessary. The persons living in the convent were still wearing lay clothes, but a thoroughly religious spirit reigned there, and I was organizing everything just as the Lord wanted. All of a sudden, I heard a rebuke from one of our sisters. Sister, how can you carry out such works? I answered that it was not I, but the Lord working through me, and that I had the authorization for everything. During Mass, I received a light, profound understanding concerning this whole work, and not a shadow of doubt remained in my soul. The Lord gave me knowledge of His will under three aspects, so to speak, but it all comes down to one. The first is that souls separated from the world will burn as an offering before God's throne and beg for mercy for the whole world. And by their entreaties, they will obtain blessings for priests, and through their prayers, prepare the world for the final coming of Jesus. The second is the prayer joined to the act of mercy. In particular, they will defend the souls of children against the spirit of evil. Prayer and merciful deeds are all that will be required of these souls, and even the poorest persons can be admitted to their number. And in this egoistic world, they will try to rouse up love, the mercy of Jesus. The third is prayer and the deeds of mercy, without any obligation of taking vows. By doing this, these persons will have a share in all the merits and privileges of the whole congregation. Everyone in the world can belong to this group. A member of this group ought to perform at least one act of mercy a day. At least one. But there can be many more. For such deeds can easily be carried out by anyone, even the very poorest. For there are 3 ways of performing an act of mercy: the merciful word, by forgiving and by comforting. Secondly, if you can offer no word, then pray. That too is mercy. And thirdly, deeds of mercy. And when the last day comes, we shall be judged from this, and on the basis we shall receive the eternal verdict. I think we're going to leave it there for today. I don't know why I take my glasses off, because I can't see anything without them. I can barely see with them. Okay. If you're new here, my eyesight's an issue. I have a cataract issue, and they can't be removed until they are thick enough to remove. So sometimes you'll find it'll seem as I'm struggling to read, but it's because I'm struggling to see. It's what it is. So just a little FYI. If you're new here, that's the scoop. But once they remove them, I'm hopefully going to see like I used to someday. It was the only thing I really had left that was working on me. So what are you going to do? Anyway, I hope you're all having a beautiful day. Be well, be safe, be kind to each other. May God bless us all.